how to get started in real estate investing. That is the number one question that I get, and I wanted to share my experience in how I got started, how I've helped my students to get started, and then how I've acquired 134 doors in 12 months, just a very short window. So let's just start with step number one. Step number one is decide. So what I've experienced over my 25 years of being in real estate is a lot of people want to get started in real estate investing and they dip their toe in it and they're not quite sure, or someone says it's not the right time, or they let outside sources dictate how they're going to move forward. So if you're going to start in real estate investing, I suggest you just decide that that's what you're going to do and stick to it. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. I'm just saying, because it takes dedication in knowing what you want. I don't care if it's real estate or any other thing in the world. You have to decide that's what you want, and that's how you get it. That's number one. Number two is time versus money. So maybe you have more time versus you have more money, or vice versa. Either way, you could still get into real estate investing. It's not dictated on your knowledge, your money, how you grew up, none of that. I did not grow up wealthy. I did not grow up in real estate, and I've been living off of real estate for 25 years. So anybody could do it if I could do it. Just saying. So committing is number one, and number two is whatever you have more of, that's how you can help dictate how you want to get started. Okay? So funds available, what do you have? None or some. Either way is right. It's okay. And I find that a lot of people figure that they can't do real estate. One of my students, she bought her first property in 90 days, and she always thought it was for the wealthy. She's like, only the wealthy. She's a realtor too, right? And she figured that it was just for the wealthy people. She was just there as a service. And she bought her first investment property, and just it opened the lid, and she bought multiple properties, and she even created her own, built her own home for her family, and has a whole different lifestyle now. So I just say that because it doesn't matter how you start or why you're starting. It matters that you start and understand, do you have funds, do you not have funds? It will dictate just a little bit in which direction you're going to go. Okay, so are you going to do, what's your exit strategy? Okay, are you going to do buy and hold? Are you going to wholesale? Are you going to fix and flip? Whatever you choose is right. I would deter, if you're brand spanking new and don't have deep pockets, to not start with fix and flip. You could, but if you don't have someone in your corner by your side, it could cost you a whole lot of money that you did not see happening. If you've ever looked at HGTV with Chip and Joanne, or any of the episodes, any other star on there, they almost always go, oops, we didn't see that, we're gonna need more cash. So just know that that's normal in the fix and flip world, and how to plan for it is part of being educated. So maybe just choose to buy and hold and wholesale, right? Wholesaling is buying at a discount and selling at a discount so that you can make that spread in between and give it to a fix and flipper that has the experience. They are actually looking for good qualified wholesalers that understand numbers, that understand how to evaluate and understands the market, to be able to feed them their next deal. So it's still a great business strategy. Knowing your market. If you know your market, you're like, Joanna, what is my market? Knowing your market is it going to be in a state, a certain state? Let's go, California is a state, right? Is it going to be Northern California, Southern California? Is it going to be in a certain city? So choose it. That is your market that you choose. So one of my students is from California, and she wanted to choose buy and hold as her exit strategy, and that's not a place for her to buy and hold and get cash flow. So she bought property in Pennsylvania, where the purchase price still allowed, and allowed for the rent to pay for the note, so, and then some, so that there was cash flow over it. So this is how you decide, you know, your exit strategy. Like, what market do you want to be in? What market do you want to hold property? There's so much that goes behind that. The taxes, the insurance, the liabilities. A lot of people don't think about the liabilities that you get to plan for depending on your market. So there is that. Finding a deal. How are you going to find a deal? Are you going to be the one that is finding the deal, or are you going to have a realtor find the deal? So marching orders, figure out which one that's going to be, and then write that down. Okay, so as we're going through this, just choose what is right for you. What is your step? I have money, I don't have money. I'm going to find the leads, or the realtor's going to find the leads. I'm going to do it in this market, in this city, this state, this city. And I'm going to do this exit strategy because I know this works. I've Googled Tube long enough to know that that can work for me. Okay? You don't quite know yet until you get into the thick of it. Action brings clarity, and that's what I bring for a lot of my students is I walk them through so they have the action that brings them the clarity, so they have the answers in a very safe container. Okay? Type of asset. What type of asset are you going to study, specialize in? Is it single family? Is it multifamily? And single family is 1 to 4 units, and multifamily is 5 plus, all the way to 500 units. Okay, so, and then in that multifamily area, it goes in like chunks. So you go 5 to 16, 16 units to 30 units. They're all categorized a little bit different from mortgage brokers, mortgage lenders. I have a mortgage broker background, so I understand how loans work. But single family, if you're starting there, it's 1 to 4 units, okay? And then repairs. What kind of repairs are you willing to do, willing to take on? Is it going to be a stabilized property that you're going to be getting a hold of? It just turnkey. Those are the words of not having to do any work. Stabilization and turnkey means no work. You just buy it and put a tenant there, or there's already a tenant there. Value add means you're going to add value to the property. You're going to repair it. Now, at what level? So you see how this gets deeper and deeper as you go. I like to walk my students through a whole plan and pull it out of them as to what is right for them. If they're like, oh my God, I don't want to do any repairs, right? So we know what we're looking for. It tells me right out of the gate. Or if they're like, I like the transformation, I like getting my hands dirty, I know the right thing to choose for them and to walk them through the right process for it, okay? Team, who's on your team? What does that mean, Joanna? You've got to know realtors, you've got to know contractors, title companies, lenders, handymen. Like, there's a whole boatload of people that are going to support you. This is a team sport. So talking to as many as you can to build those relationships. I've done 6-figure flips remotely, and I was able to do that because I've built relationships with other investors who knew contractors in the area, and I was able to acquire the property sight unseen and flip it and make 6 figures off of that flip because of team. Okay, so I can give you the nuances of that one in another video. But funding, like, so now how are you going to fund it? Okay, I teach Ditch the Bank real estate investing because I don't want you to go to Wells Fargo, B of A, or US Bank. Anything that you find on a corner or in a grocery store, I don't want you to use a bank because they have so many products. I would prefer you went to a mortgage broker. If you're doing single family, you could even use credit unions depending on your area and the criteria of your credit unions. So it will vary, but brokers are the best for somewhat traditional financing, if you will. They have access to stuff that's not really that traditional. So if you have a low credit score, you'd want to talk to a mortgage broker if you're getting a traditional loan. Does that make sense? Okay, so again, we go deep. I'm giving you like 30,000 foot view of all of this, but it goes several layers deep in each one of them. But I want you to know how to get started in real estate investing, okay? These are the choices that you get to make. How to get started. This is the number one question I get, right? So if you have any questions that I'm not covering today, put them in the comments so that we can address them for you, okay? So funding can also include creative financing. So are you going to use seller financing? Are you going to use subject to? Are you going to do a combination of the two? I've done them all. I've done them all. I've wholesaled. I've built a portfolio. I've done 6-figure flips. I've done subject to. I've done seller financing, traditional banking and brokerage, single family, multifamily. So I have quite the list for you to ask questions from. So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know inside the comments. I'm going to put my, the one thing I don't want you to do, please. This is the number one thing I don't want you to do. Do not joint venture. If you don't know the person, you just met them, don't do it because you're desperate for your first deal. I've heard this over and over again, and I've watched people get into trouble. This is my public announcement. Do not do a joint venture if you do not know them. Even if you do know them, they might not be the best business partner and could cost you a lot of money. So that is a whole nother video on joint ventures that you can look at inside of my YouTube here. So much to give to you. I just wanted to cram it all into this one video, but I didn't want to make it super binge watchy, 8 hours long for you. So there is that. If you want to read more or if you want to listen to more, there's plenty more on the YouTube here. We have the Real Estate Investing Fast Track download for you inside of the description. And again, I hope to see you in the next training. Ask the questions away. I'm Joanna Wright, founder of Bottom Line Wealth, and I look forward to getting to know you. Bye.